You know how some of the most powerful and inspiring quotes come from books? And what about books that have quotes on them? And what about books that are entirely dedicated to quotes? Can a book be any more inspiring? Hi there. Thank you for showing up. I'm Monica, and knowing that you could have spent your time doing anything else, I appreciate that you stopped here to hang with me.
I won't let go. I fell in love with a dancer, dancer. Blowing all this cake, ooh, it's your birthday, girl. I like that.
This past spring, a very lovely person gifted me this book titled Happy, Kind, Loving, Thankful, Brave Yourself. It is such a cute book with colorful, quote filled pages packed with positivity. I think it makes such a great gift, something you can get, online or in a local store. And, you could even, if you wanted to, write little messages to personalize it. Speaking of personal, it's time for your next dose of quotes. Our first quote comes from the very inspiring Helen Keller. It says, "When one door of happiness closes, another opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us." I'm guilty of this. Something just ended or stopped, and I'm so focused on that being over that I'm not paying attention to what that has produced for me. What are my options now that that's over with? I have a new beginning, something else to start. A lot can come from that. By the way, according to this awesome book, no one ever injured their eyesight by looking on the bright side. If anything, it improves your hindsight, right? When you read quotes or if you hear somebody say something of positivity, do you ever notice that cynical inner dialogue speaking to you? I do. Guilty. That's why I like to read quotes. It's a constant training of the mind, because the more information like this you're taking in, you're actually training your brain to think like that. Like any kind of major physical activity that you have to train your body for, you have to train your mind to think in this way. It does get easier, but it never stops. You have to constantly be reading these. And the more you're in a negative space, the more you should be reading these. And then, of course, when you're in a more positive space, you've probably built up that endurance to keep it going, but always know that it's there for you. And while you're reading these quotes, your mind is starting to believe everything it says. You are filling your mind with information, and the information is all good. Quote number 3 comes from Connor Franta, and it says, "Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile." Why do we smile? We smile because we feel joy, we feel happiness, we feel uplifted. We all know there's plenty out there to bring us down. but there's so much more out there to raise us up. Don't ever let anything else that's happening outside of you affect who you are on the inside. Keep smiling. It looks great on you. Our next quote comes from the Southern sweetheart, Dolly Parton. It says, "If you see someone without a smile, give them yours." I love this quote. I actually put this in my out of office message. Even before I've gotten this book, I've always liked that message. If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Everybody's going through something. It's amazing how when you're feeling a certain way and you see someone smile, there's something that clicks in you. Our next quote comes to you from no other than Abraham Hicks, and it says, "When you focus on the good gets better." Now, I am a huge fan of Abraham Hicks. If no other has taught me about gratitude, it's Abraham Hicks. And in this quote, they say the word good twice, but I really believe the operative word here is focus, right? So when you focus on the good gets better. It takes diligence to dodge negativity. You're training your brain to look at only one thing, to focus. And when you're focusing on the good, it is very difficult to see anything else. We're going to round out this dose with our final quote by Roald Dahl. It says, "Life is a series of thousands of tiny miracles. Notice them." In a previous video, I talked about how we live in a magical world. There's thousands of amazing things happening all around us, and may I say inside of us, all of the time. So for this dose to take full effect, there's one more thing you need to do. You need to start a list, a running list. Carry it with you everywhere you go. And whenever you think or witness a tiny miracle, I want you to write it down, okay? This is very important. Once you write it down, I want you to refer back to this list often, okay? Great. And another thing, whether it's a book, a smile, or this video, sharing positivity can go a long way. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to the next time we get to be together. But until then, bye.